every single operation has some relationship with a lender and some relationship with an accountant.
Find the most successful people inversely are the most willing to help.
I don't need more farmers to tell me how to farm. I need business people to tell me the things that I'm not seeing.
Stuart McMahon is saying, on a medium-sized, multi-generational family farm, what might be the beginning baby steps of assembling an advisory team? Great question. Bringing in outsiders for the first time is a little bit uncomfortable when all the responsibilities have been our own. That's a good one, yeah.
I can maybe jump in to start this one. I think there's opportunity for every farm. It doesn't matter size, large, small, medium, everything in between, to have a team of people around you. And if you think about where you are today, every single operation has some relationship with a lender and some relationship with an accountant at probably table stakes. And so those are, some of the two current relationships that you have that you can reach out to and leverage and say, who else should I be talking to? How can we build a team around that person if you have a good relationship with them? It's a really good place to start. And again, this whole industry is fairly small and well connected, and we all know who might be a good fit for, somebody for your specific farm, for your size, for your circumstance, for where your goals are and where you want to get to. And it's making those introductions and creating that ecosystem. And so again, starting with who you currently know and reaching out and I think just building around that.
Well, how much does advisory board get compensated at Aberhart Farms? I know Aberhart Egg, we had incredible, we're talking Jeff Carlson, we're talking lots of amazing people. And they gave of their time because we had the courage to ask them. Terry started that culture. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be, like a professional consulting relationship either. You can go to people that are successful. I find the most successful people inversely are the most willing to help. They want to share their knowledge. They're in that position in life where they want to give back. It's crazy. And you ask a smart, capable person who's gone before you and been super successful, it is wild how much help they'll offer. Is that fair, Evan?
Yeah, and I would say the biggest benefit of the advisory board is that it's not all agriculture people. We try to, I think it was said before, is we have this little bubble and we assume everybody's got to be within the bubble. I'm sorry, but, and maybe this is a disagreement with some of the stuff we said earlier, agriculture to me is not different. It's still a business. We do the same thing year over year. We put a crop in, we spray it, we harvest it, we take it off, we truck it, we sell it. This is no different than a manufacturing company. So why wouldn't I have a strong CEO from the next rural town that runs a great business sit in on my advisory board? And that's what Terry did, to be fair. His group is not a whole bunch of farmers. In fact, other than Jeff and maybe a couple others, it's business people that have built some really strong businesses. That's what he needed. The farm is doing well. I don't need more farmers to tell me how to farm. I need business people to tell me the things that I'm not seeing because I'm stuck in the bubble.
Yeah, to your point, Travis, about bringing the trucker in with the crazy metrics. Kevin Hirsch is saying, over the years, there's been a number of large diversified operations that have had to make difficult restructuring decisions. Some have gone out of business. Did they lack professional advice or did they become too aggressive despite good advice? It's story time, folks.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, it's one thing to have a whole group of people around the table. It depends. Are you going to listen to any of them or not, or what comes out of that discussion? And again, we kind of come back to ego and things. And I'm not here to judge anybody or people, but ego is the enemy a lot of the time. So
fair.
And if you have, you don't want yes men around you. So if you've got a bunch of people,
advisors who are going to tell you the truth, right? Or
tell you stuff you don't want to hear.
Is Roxanne going to burst your bubble?
That's her job.
Believe it or not, yes, I will do it. And it kind of going back to the last question too, is to Courtney's point, the baby step side of it is frankly, I know a lot about my clients. Accountants just generally, you do, right? Because you're in such personal information, I guess, when you're doing what you're doing. So that's a good starting point and it doesn't matter what size of farm I deal with. I have from 1,000 acres to much larger. I'd be meeting with those people at least twice a year. So I get on the baby step side of things, you want to build the trust because it is difficult to bring in an outsider right off the get-go. And also if you've got multiple family members around the table, you want to make sure everyone's on board. But I do think there's a lot of power in in bringing in somebody from the outside to maybe start poking holes in what you're already doing. And again, then to this current question, just having difficult conversations, but actually taking the advice and doing something with it.
And
Yeah, you got to
I think
test them if they're coachable. Hey, Roxanne, you got to look them in the
Yes.
eye and say, "Are you coachable?"
I was gonna say, if all I'm gonna be doing is filing your tax returns, like we're probably not the best fit for each other, frankly.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
And the big thing for Kevin's question was he focused on the scale diversified. I have farms that are 1,000. I have farms that are 50,000. It has there's no
Yeah.
bearing on size. The bearing is on the financial acumen of the farm, what position they're in, what their equity position is, what their debt service, what their working capital. And farms that have gotten in trouble, it could have been too progressive, too quick. But in the end, over the last decade, if I bought a whole bunch of land 10 years ago and today things got tight, am I in a worse position or a better position? And I think that's got to be the realistic conversation. Is it's ROI, as Brian said earlier. We've treated land like it's a emotional attachment with farms. You never sell land, you never move land. Land is just a tool. And the home quarter, no, the home quarter is tied to the family, and I get the emotional attachment. The rest of the land, it's an asset for you to make money off of, whether that's farm returns, whether that's appreciation. So we just got to be very clear that the scale is not necessarily what's caused some of these farms to go the wrong direction. It was just not keeping on top of the numbers and not watching the risk management side. And that comes with a small farm, with a big farm. It comes with them all. I've done restructures on very small operations and very large operations. It's the same math. It's the same ratios. The ratios don't change just because it's scaled. The ratios are identical, to be fair.